Welcome back, YouTube. This is Ricepaddy Reasons, and I am your Ricepaddy Daddy. Hey. So I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I want to talk about something pretty important, especially if you're just getting started in your journey and you don't have a whole lot of money to put away. That makes the budget more important than ever. If you haven't watched my video on why you need to budget, then go ahead and watch that video right now. I'm going to leave a link up at the top of the screen. Budgeting is so important because if you don't have a budget, you have no way of keeping track of what it is that you're spending and what you actually have to spend money on versus what you don't really need to spend money on. And I can almost guarantee you that most guys who are in the position where they're feeling like they're struggling financially, they're usually spending money on stuff that they don't necessarily need to be spending money on. So before we get started, I want to ask you guys to please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification so that you know when I drop a new video, and please leave a comment so that I can know what you guys are thinking too, and it also helps with the algorithm, and my tiny channel can use all the help that I can get. So thank you in advance. So today I'm going to share with you guys 7 fantastic budget hacks that I use myself in order to help save money so that I have more money every month to put towards assets, which are things that you buy that make you more money. If you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad yet, you need to read that book, okay? It will let you know what an asset is, what a liability is, what are expenses and income, reading your financial statement, and great stuff like that. So let's get into it, folks. Number 1, shop at the dollar store, okay? A lot of times you're going to find the same stuff that you're buying anyways for a whole lot less. Now, you want to make sure that you're always paying attention to your calculations and paying the lowest cost per unit when you buy stuff. Price per unit is really important because you might think that you're paying less for something when you're actually paying more per unit, okay? And that's where the savings actually are, is in the price per unit. So shop at the dollar store and check it out and see what products you're going to use that you will pay a lower price per unit for. You don't necessarily need to buy a whole lot of a product if you're not going to be using a whole lot of it. Which brings us to number 2, which is shop at Costco, Sam's Club, Winco, a lot of these places that sell high volumes of stuff for a lower price. Food co-ops and other sorts of shopping co-ops are also great ways for you to buy things that you use in bulk and pay less for them. Again, pay attention to your price per unit and also pay attention to your usage. Okay? Toilet paper, that's something you know you're going to use a lot of. Okay? But you don't necessarily need 2 gallons of maple syrup. Number 3, all right, if you're gonna buy a car, okay, don't make payments because you're probably going to have to finance a car and you're gonna have to make payments on them, and figure out what your average car payment is. What's your car payment right now? Okay, if you can buy a fairly reliable used car for just a few $1,000s, then you're probably going to find that if you stretch it out over a couple of years of not making payments on that car, that you're probably paying a whole lot less over the course of the time that you actually plan to even own that car. Number 4, I made a whole video about this, is if you want to really save money, cook your own food. Okay, now that's easy for me to do because I'm a professional cook, and there's no point in me eating out and paying a whole lot more for something that I can probably make better myself and pay a whole lot less for. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch that now. The link is up at the top. Number 5, get a roommate. Okay, I've got a roommate, right? It really helps to save on expenses rather than living on your own when you're probably going to pay a lot more rent per person when you live by yourself. All right, it's pretty much a guarantee. There's very few exceptions to that rule. If you live someplace and you have like a studio or a 1-bedroom, chances are you're probably going to pay a lot more than if you had rented a 2-bedroom and gotten a roommate. You must also consider that if you have a roommate, that means that you're also splitting the utilities. You're probably going to be paying the same amount for internet, whether you have 1 person living in the house or 2 or even 3. So that might be something for you to consider. Number 6, buy used stuff. Okay, you don't have to buy everything brand new. Go to garage sales. Okay, if you need some pots and pans to cook your own food with, go to a garage sale. A lot of times people are selling perfectly good stuff. When you buy used stuff, usually it's perfectly good stuff that you're just going to pay a whole lot less for. Okay, I can pretty much guarantee you a brand new pan does not cook my food any different than a used pan. Now that's just an example, but look for used stuff. A lot of times you're gonna find that you're gonna pay less for something that you're gonna get the same usage out of. Number 7, minimize your paid subscriptions. Okay, I found that I had a whole lot of entertainment subscriptions like Netflix, like HBO Max, like Disney Plus, and a whole slew of other ones that I was paying for and I haven't necessarily been watching, especially since I started my YouTube channel and I actually pay more attention to YouTube and what people are saying online than I am with my own just banal entertainment. Okay, so make that a consideration as well. How much do you really need to be paying for entertainment? There might be a whole lot of other things that you might be paying for that you don't know that you're paying for. I found that Rocket Money is a great app to help you budget, and it helps you cancel a lot of paid subscriptions that you might not even know that you have. So I would highly suggest that app if you're serious about budgeting. So after you've gotten your budget together and you can see how much money you're saving every month, you can then take that money and put it to work so that it earns you more money. Now, when you do this, you're essentially giving yourself a pay raise. You are increasing your income with the income that you've already made. This is powerful, folks, because you can then reinvest the proceeds from these assets, which in turn will give you another pay raise. And you continue this process until the money that you're getting from your assets exceeds the money that you're getting from your job. And that's how you retire early. So that's what I got for you guys today. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at ricepaddyreasons@gmail.com, and I will be happy to have a conversation over email or over the phone, any way that you like. Just hit me up. I'm here for every single one of you guys. So what do you think, guys? Please leave your comments. Let me know. Do you have any questions? Let me know. I got your back. So there you have it, guys. Get those budgets together, start investing in assets, and get on the road to your early retirement. I'm going to be doing another video that's going to help guys that are maybe a little bit farther along in their journey in the future. So be on the lookout for that. I've been doing some serious research on my side hustle that I plan on starting soon, and I'm going to be sharing that with you in another video as well. So until the next one, folks, passports up. You guys keep growing and deserve your victory.